beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be quick and short. Thank you for all of my new subscribers. Thank you. I really appreciate you. I see what you guys are doing and I'm truly grateful. So let's dive into today's topic. So today is going to be about couples goal. And who are your couples goal? Do you have any couples goal online? Do you have people that you watch online and say, oh, I wish me and my husband is like this. I wish. And the next thing you see when you turn on your notification on Instagram, you see that your couples goal are divorcing. They are broken up. And now your chat said, now your eye no go touch ground. Now you're like, what happened? Where how did this happen? All of a sudden the internet is running crazy. The reason I wanted to talk about this is because I feel like a lot of people in this generation, you have failed to realize that the best couple goal that you need are the realities of your parents. Those are the ones that have sustained marriages of 30 years, 40 years. Ile oko, meaning that husband's house is a school. Nobody graduates from it. It's not easy. It's like a garden. You got to continue to water it if you want it to grow and flourish. It's not a walk in the park. The reason I said that is because people will just see people online post picture of them doing chandalili, you know, doing all this mere love in Tokyo, I'm in Paris, and you're here to like, God win. Am I your mat? Am I your bed? Am I your this? And your own reality, your parents are there. You refuse not to use them as couple goals because you think that your dad is probably not treating your mom, taking her to Paris, putting her on social media, they are jogging in the morning. You have refused to see them as your couple's goal. But the reality is that those are the ones that should be your couple's goal. Because those are not fake, those are real life situations. You see them fight and you see them mend ways. You see them love you. You see them give birth. You see them cry together. You see them settle. You see them win battles together. You see them walk together. You see them sacrifice together. Those are real life and those should be your couple goals. Let's stop living in this fantasy of social media where we constantly are disappointed by our couple's goal when they finally announce their departures. Something that happened a few weeks ago. This beautiful couple, I was advocating for them. Beautiful, handsome guy, tall, beautiful woman. And when you see them, oh God, you're like, God, when this is such a power couple. They are so beautiful and well created by God. What is this love? Where is the love of my why is my husband not showing me off on social media? And blah and blah and blah until the reality comes to play. Marriage is not easy. Marriage is not easy. So when you're measuring people, don't measure people by what you see on social media. Sometimes it's for the content. Because what I've realized now, everybody's trying to hustle online. So people know what people want to see and they will show you that because it attracts a lot of traffic. Now, this particular couple that I'm talking about, there was a time the guy came and he was very vulnerable. He had cheated on his wife one time and their marriage, they were together but they were separated. He was working in Nigeria, he's an actor in Nigeria, and you know, he came to a realization that if I really want my marriage to work, I have to relocate back and make sure that I build my marriage. You know, left everything he was doing in Nigeria, went back to the United States to join his wife. So he wanted to do right by his marriage. He wanted to do everything to ensure that his marriage works this time. We thought that things were working together and we're like, oh, that's so nice. They forgave each other. And that is one of the beauty of marriage. If you're not ready to forgive your marriage, then you do not have any business being married. If you find it very difficult to forgive, it will be very difficult for you to be in marriage because this is infidelity aside, there's so many other things aside infidelity, because I think a lot of people just focus on, oh, he cheated, oh, the man cheated. There's so many other things in marriages that are beyond just infidelity that a lot of couples have to compromise and sacrifice, to ensure that that marriage keeps going. Woke up one morning and we saw an Instagram post by a husband saying that they are no more together and people should respect their privacy. I don't know what must have occurred in that marriage. I don't know what went wrong. But speculation was that maybe the lady genuinely could not get over the fact that he cheated on her. I don't necessarily fault women that have been in that situation and that can't forgive, because it's a lot. Sometimes if you're not strong and you're not confident, that could break your confidence level and you start doubting yourself as a woman, So it takes a lot. They try to make it work, but I guess she couldn't bear the thought of just thinking on going back, reminiscing to how the husband had cheated on her. And so she couldn't come to terms of forgiveness. And I get it. Not every woman can forgive infidelity, but marriages that have suffered infidelity could be forgiven and could be a very beautiful one. It just depends on what your mindset is. And I think a lot of times people forget that we are all human beings and they have full expectation of another human being. The best way to live life is not to expect a lot from people. We are human beings, and human beings can make mistakes. If you're in a committed relationship, I believe that you should respect your spouse enough to stay committed to that relationship. But these things happen. The reason I just really wanted to talk about this quickly is because I saw a lot of people came out, young people, oh, my couple's go, if this people marriage does not work out, what hope do I have? What this one do I have? And you have aunties, you have moms, you have your parents that have been married for 30 years, but you refuse to make them your couple's goals because you see people post, because maybe your father does not really showcases your mom online like that, maybe because they don't hold hands like that, they don't go to restaurants, maybe because you don't see them as the in thing. They are not the kind of couple you want to see. But those are the people that have gone through a lot of sacrifices, that have made compromises, and they have been fully committed to the word for better, for worse. Because people say those things online, and I see that people change their words these days for richer and for richer, which is good. I want to be richer and richer. I don't want for richer for poor. But there are sacrifices that comes in marriages, for better or for worse. Even in the worst time, I will hold my man and say, you know what, I forgive you, and let's keep pushing. It's not only for the good times, It's even in the worst times that you look at your spouse and, reassure that person that regardless of what it is that you've done, I still love you and I'm going to walk through this with you. There's something beautiful about that. So before you start, looking at social media, look at people around you that are real, that have gone through difficult times and that have been able to pave that way. And I think there's beauty in going through all of that rock and roll and find a balance and still continue to shine light in that marriage. I think that's like a motivation to me. And this is not just for this couple. There have been a lot of couples, and these are just celebrities. These are people There are a lot of people that are not known name, that probably post their spouses and the next minute they're not together. There's this couple that I used to know, and when I heard that they got divorced, I was like, hold on, no, how? And I was shocked to my bones, because never in my life would I have expected that something like that would have happened to them. So be careful what you see. It's good to portray. It's good for people to showcase how they want to share their love online, but just look at these people, admire them, but don't put so much expectation on these people, thinking that you have seen your perfect, forever and forever. You've seen your perfect couple goal. So young guys and girls, let your parents be your motivation. Let your auntie, your uncles that you see that have gone through worse situations and bounce back and keep working on their marriages, let them be your couple's goals, because those are realities and those are not fake. The ones you see on social media, I'm not saying that everyone that posts their spouses on social media are not enjoying their marriages. They can, but they might not. But the end goal here is because you keep seeing all of this disappointment of a lot of couples that you thought were going well because of what they portrayed on social media, and you get disappointed. That's the only reason I'm talking about this. So when you see things like this, admire them, you know, and just say, oh, I love that. I admire how they showcase themselves. But don't put so much expectation on them, or think that, oh, they are the perfect, you know, role models for you. Your role models are the ones that you see that have fought through a lot of battles and are able to come and keep it going and holding on together for better and for worse. So with that said, I've come to the end of my video. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. Like I always do at the end of my video, you are loved, you are kind, you are special, you are beautiful. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye.